Central Minnesota Sports Hub. It's the Morning Sports Desk, presented by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, and streaming on YouTube.
It is the Morning Sports Desk, powered by Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. I'm CJ Baumgartner. There's Kyle Gylsen, and we are doing a little amateur hour Monday edition of the Morning Sports Desk. Kyle, thanks for hopping back on the program.
You're welcome, CJ. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was a busy weekend of town ball action, trying to dodge some raindrops in some places. Most were able to do it. Unfortunately, not every place was able to. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. But before we do need to mention the good folks at the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade for helping make the Morning Sports Desk possible. And they have their daily specials at the Wadena Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade that you cannot forget about, including today, which is half price play Mondays at the FunZone Arcade. What's better to relieve the Monday blues than getting half price play at the FunZone Arcade in Wadena and stuffing your face with some great pizza, some salad bar, chicken, mashed potatoes, the whole works there at the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. And by the way, Tuesday is Kids Day, where one child 10 and under eats free per paying adult, which is a great deal for families. Wednesday is Double Points Day. If you got your Ranch Rewards card, you get double points for making those purchases at the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Thursday night is Wing Night on the buffet from 5 to 8 p.m. as well. Always a good time when you go to the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena. You can check out their full specials, menu, all that stuff on Facebook at Pizza Ranch's website, or by going to the Pizza Ranch mobile app as well. Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena, proud sponsors of the Morning Sports Desk.
What did you have when you were there the other night?
Buffet all the way. You start off with a plate of chicken and mashed potatoes with a little gravy, and then you get those like chicken fries, and they're great to dip in the gravy. It's just perfect. And then you work your way back to the pizza, because by then you can buffet your way. You pick your own pizza. And then you go, by the time that's ready, you go up and grab that. Then you get your pizza and cheese bread and all that stuff, and top it off with some ice cream and cookie pizza. That's my go-to. What's your first plate typically, Kyle?
I usually grab a couple of pieces of chicken and a couple of pieces of pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. All right, Kyle, you were kicking off the Amateur Hour Town Ball Tour 2025, where you're going around. You're kind of the main guy. You're on the beat of local amateur baseball for play-by-play this summer on the Superstation K106. I know we have the broadcast schedule out online. If you check out Amateur Hour at WadenaRadio.com, Superstation K106 mobile app, or Sports Cow on Facebook. But the first game you had of the season was Friday night. Tell us where you were. Tell us what happened. Give us the recap.
Well, as I said during the broadcast on Friday night, we'd been talking about this since early May, but with some successful high school teams going deep in the section tournaments and then into the state tournament, we weren't able to get any amateur games scheduled. Then, you start running into community celebrations and the county fairs and things like that. So we finally were able to get a game scheduled where somebody was available to do it. It happened to be me. And I got a good one. We were in Deer Creek, the Shockers hosting the Perham Pirates, and it ended up with the Shockers winning 4-3, getting a run in the bottom of the 8th inning to win that ball game. And a great game. It was a lot of fun. We saw some action early, and then the pitchers settled in and took control for the remainder of the game. The Pirates got 2 in the top half of the first inning. The Shockers came right back and got 3 in the bottom of the first, so it was 3-2 after 1. We stayed that way until the Pirates tied it at 3-3 with a run in the top of the 5th, and then stayed that way until the Shockers got a run in the bottom of the 8th inning, and then had to hold on as the Pirates got some traffic on the bases in the top of the 9th, but able to hold on to get the win by a score of 4-3. Both pitchers went 7. Nolan Coyle pitched 2 for the Shockers to pick up the win, despite the fact that he hit 3 batters and walked 1. I asked Nolan after the game, when's the last time you got a W when you hit 3 batters and walked 1? And he just kind of grinned and didn't answer, but I'm sure it hasn't happened very often. That would you'd happen, you kind of have all that self-inflicted damage, and you still end up with the win. Chris Ruther took the loss in relief. He pitched 1 inning. Colby Schertler led the Shockers with 3 hits, scored 2. Kobe Snyder, Matt Stiege, and Chase Nordland also had hits for the Shockers. Maddox Kovash had a couple of hits for Perham. Gage Onison scored 2 of the Pirates' 3 runs in the ball game. And again, 4-3 the final. Can't ask for a better start to our Town Ball Tour 2025.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was really fun to catch the end of that one and just to hear that. I had a town ball game that we were playing at for Clarissa and New York Mills, and the Millers had a pretty good night. They came away with a 13-1 victory, had some Bodie Roberts hit a tank, and a few other Mills hitters obviously got the bats going. They won 13-1 in 7 innings. Nimrod and Sabika were meeting in that good old County Road 12 rivalry between
Nice.
2 teams, and it was the Nats coming away with a 12-2 victory in 7 innings. Clay Erickson and Isaiah Usher rolled on the mound. They picked up 9 strikeouts over 7 innings pitched. The Nats had 14 hits as well. Henning blanks Dent 8-0, and that was the Friday slate of games. On Saturday, Henning beat Midway 3-2 to get a victory there for the North Stars. New York Mills and Clarissa met up again, played on Friday night, then played each other again on Saturday. I don't think that happens a ton, but it was a weird fun quirk in the schedule, and these 2 teams played again. Clarissa had a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 3rd inning before lightning and some thunderstorms put the game on pause. The makeup date is to be determined, so it's suspended in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll see when they pick that one up again. On June 29th, so yesterday, on Sunday, a couple double headers to keep an eye on. Bluffton beat Perham in Game 1, 5-3. Peyton Rondesvet led the Braves to a Game 1 win with 2 hits and 2 RBIs in the victory. And then in Game 2, Perham, the Pirates, beat the Braves 2-1 as Evan Kovash goes the distance for a complete game in the final match of the double dip, scattering 5 hits and recording 3 strikeouts. Deer Creek and Vergas also met for a doubleheader there in Vergas. Deer Creek gets a 1-0 victory in Game 1 and an 11-0 victory in Game 2 to sweep the double dip. Connor Dutke made his amateur ball debut with the Shockers, making a great first impression, Kyle, by throwing 6 shutout innings, 6 strikeouts in Game 1 of the Sunday doubleheader. And then in Game 2 was the Lane Dilly show for that second matchup, because he went 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs and launched his first home run of the season. And then on the bump, he threw 5 shutout innings while also striking out 5. How's that for a Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, you'll take that, you bet. Speaking of debuts, Ashton Detloff of Perham made his debut for the Shockers in that game on Friday night. Again, he started and went 7 innings, but did not get the decision.
Yeah, good first impressions all around here this weekend. Our final game that we are recapping here, Nimrod beats Dent 12-1 on Sunday afternoon at Dick Stigman Field in 7 innings. For Johnson moved the Nats offense at the plate by going 3 for 3, scoring 3 runs. Gunnar Raymond racks up a couple extra base hits, including a double and a solo homer as well. So those are all the games that we have to recap here this week, Kyle. We do have games coming up on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like, there's a whole bunch of games happening throughout the weekend. We're going to have a Wednesday show, which is going to talk about all the upcoming schedules and things like that, and stuff that we need to be keeping an eye on. So the next amateur hour will be coming out on a Wednesday afternoon. And Kyle, I know that you are getting ready for a game as well on July 3rd. That one is going to be a matchup between Bluffton and New York Mills in New York Mills on Thursday, July 3rd. Just to kind of give us the early preview, the early scouting report. These are 2 teams that have been very well known for having some good amateur teams in the recent memory.
Well, the lead things off, I would say we're going to see some fireworks, literally.
Yes,
because there will be fireworks after the ball game. It's the annual fireworks game between the Millers and the Bluffton Braves, and they're going to have a raffle, a lot of prizes to be given away that night. So I encourage you to come out and check out the ball game. Weather-wise, should be nice. I know Friday night we wrapped up just as the mosquitoes were starting to come out and bite. So with all the fireworks, smoke from the fireworks, mosquitoes shouldn't be a problem for the game Thursday night, and fireworks perhaps in the ball game itself. Both the Braves and the Millers have been scoring some runs this year, so we are looking for an entertaining game if you like to see offense. If you're hoping for a pitcher's duel, we'll see what develops.
All right, so we have a lot of great stuff happening. Be sure to follow Amateur Hour on WadenaRadio.com, Superstation K106 mobile app, or by following Sports Cow on Facebook. Kyle, thanks for hopping on today.
You bet. Thank you.
This has been the Morning Sports Desk, powered by Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena.
Powered by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Follow the Morning Sports Desk on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And watch every show on YouTube.